What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Josh, back with another haircut tutorial. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on. Today we're going to be doing a hot taper, adding a nice pop for these locks. This cut came out so clean, all natural crispy lines with a blurry taper. Let's get it. So before cutting any hair, you want to make sure you comb or brush the hair to get it to lay down in its natural growth pattern, and also to find any cowlicks or swirls so we know how to cut the hair. So right here I'm going to go in with my number 1 guard with the lever all the way closed, and I'm going to go with the grain, and this is going to be the foundation of our haircut. This is where our taper is going to be based from. As I'm taking off all the bulk, I make sure I come back in our brush every time I cut so I can get all that hair out that's already been cut, and so I can bring up the new hair off the scalp. Anytime I'm doing this process, I make sure that I go over the head multiple times because I want to make sure that I get all the hair cut down. If I don't, it could cause some problems in my fade. If it's, still bulk left in there, I want to make sure that I have an accurate fade. And right here's the trick that I do whenever I knock down bulk to a number 1 guard closed with the grain on locks with a taper, is I go in with my 1.5 guard and I just go against the grain because that's equivalent to a number 1 guard with the grain. So anytime I do this, it helps me get that extra bulk that's closer to the locks. You see that hair that's right at the top, because sometimes going with the grain doesn't catch that. Once I started understanding all the equivalences in my guard system, it really helped me out. Like right here, going with the grain, you see how I left that dark weight line like right across the parts of the locks. This kind of going against the grain makes it easier to catch that hair and cut it, because going with the grain, sometimes you miss hairs, but truly cutting hair is going against the grain. So right now we're going to be setting in my first guideline, which is my ball line, using my gold Babyliss trimmers. And as you guys can see, that butterfly starting to show. By the end of this haircut, that thing gonna look crazy with this fade and with that crispy line. That butterfly is just gonna pop. But right here, as you guys can see, I've switched to my magic clips. I'm going in with my lever all the way open with no guard on. I'm going up about a ½ inch, create my next guideline. And right here, as you guys can see, I've closed my lever a little bit. I have it on halfway closed. And right here, we're just going to be working on taking out this guideline, starting under the line and just flicking up to the guideline, opening and closing the lever as needed. The next guideline I'm going to be creating is with my number 1 guard on with the lever all the way closed, using the same clippers, and I'm going up about another ½ inch, probably right up to the top of the corner right there where the hairline is. We're going to stop right there, and then the rest of it is going to be fading down. So right after I'm done with the number 1 guard, I drop down to my half guard and I start up under that guideline, and I just flick right up to it until I see it blending out. So this is my last step with the number 1 guard with the lever all the way open, fading that 1 guard closed right into that 1.5 guard closed, just to get this blend to look good from the bottom to the top. And I'm going to be doing some detail work. As you guys see right here, I'm doing some corner blending with my lever all the way open with no guard on. To finish off this taper, we're just going to be doing a lot of detail work, just opening and closing the lever with the number 1 guard on and picking up any guard that we need in certain areas. So right here, we're going to be doing the left side of the taper. I'm not going to do a tutorial over this side because it's basically the same steps as the opposite side. So I'm just going to let you guys see this fade come to life. So right here we're starting on my neck taper, setting in my ball line using my gold Babyliss trimmers, and we're just going up and just setting in this guideline, making sure that it's even all the way across so that we have a balanced fade. So our next guideline is with no guard on, with the lever all the way open, and I'm going up about a little bit more than a half an inch, maybe like 3/4 of an inch, setting in my next guideline, but I'm making sure that I stay parallel to the first guideline so it's even. And right after I set it in, I just come back with the lever halfway closed, and I start up under the line and I flick up to the line. And as you guys can see, we pretty much blending this line out and getting ready for our next guideline. So for our next guideline, I'm going to be going in with the number 1 guard on with the lever all the way closed, just how we did on the side tapers. And right here we're going up about a half an inch really on this one. I don't want to go up too far. This is going to be the highest that I go, and from this point on I'm going to be fading down. And after we're done, as you guys know, we drop down to the half guard and we start up under the line and just flick up to the line, blending it right out and opening and closing the lever as needed. Since we're going to be fading down to take out the rest of the guideline, I'm going to start with the 1.5 guard and just go up and make sure that every hair is cut. Like I said, this was the foundation of our haircut, so everything is going to bounce off this, so I have to make sure that it's cut to that level. And right after we're done with that, we're going to come back with the 1 guard with the lever all the way open and just connect the 1 guard closed and blend it right into the 1.5 guard closed against the grain. And we're going to be doing some detail work. Every time I get around this area, I usually have to open and close the lever to really get the fade to blend how I want it to. So right here we're going to be prepping the hairline, which is one of my favorite parts of this haircut. Adding some holding spray and blow drying it to get it to lock down so we can get the hair to lay down. And then right after that, we're going to go in with my gold Babyliss trimmers, setting in our lineup, man. Thing's super crispy. I'm going to sit back and let you guys watch this lineup bring this haircut to life. Y'all already know what I'm gonna say about that neckline, man. That thing is super crispy, especially when I'm chopping people with dreads and they have like that hair that's laid down real good right there around the ear. It just adds a nice pop. And look at the contrast on the fade off the neck taper and on the side taper. It's just amazing. We're keeping this cut all natural, but we are about to add some more flavor with the razor, making that lineup pop even more and just giving the cut a sharper look. You guys, this is the before. This was an amazing transformation. I hope you guys learned something. I appreciate it if you guys watched it up until this point. But without further ado, this is the cut. Let me know what you guys think about this haircut in the comments. Make sure you guys leave a like. And make sure you guys smash that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. And turn that notification bell on so you don't miss when I upload new videos. You can also follow me on Instagram at JoshXBarber. It's your boy Josh, and I'm out.